Hello and welcome back everyone to another video. This is Max from maxjancar.com, and in this video I'll give you a couple of tips, a couple of practical tips that you can apply to get your ex to stop ignoring you. Now here's the overarching secret to just about any other advice on how to get your ex to stop ignoring you. It has little to nothing to do with getting them to act differently, and it basically has everything to do with getting yourself to respond to your ex's ignoring differently. So let this be the underlying message of all the additional information I'm gonna be dishing out in this video. Now, if you want to go deep into reattraction in general, I urge you, if you want your ex back, download my reattraction cheat sheet, link in the description below. But anyway, let's get straight to the meat and potatoes of this video. So tip number 1, stop contacting your ex. Stop all forward movement. The point is, if your ex right now is ignoring you, they're doing it because you're probably chasing after them, you're pursuing them, you're contacting them, and them ignoring you is their way of communicating, hey, jackass, leave me alone, give me space, give me the gift of missing you. And look, I know your ex ignoring you, it makes you feel hurt, it makes you feel lonely, it makes you feel very emotional often, but you just gotta prevent yourself from slipping. Any additional reach out you do to your ex, it's just going to result in lowered attraction, and you might destroy your chances of getting back with them if you keep doing it. The second tip I can give you is to leverage something called Apatheia, if I even pronounced that correctly. It's essentially a part of, or a concept in Stoic philosophy that talks about you responding well to your, well, in their words, passions, in our words, emotions. So if you feel angry about your ex ignoring you, it means you don't respond by going to your ex's house and beating the living snot out of them. It means you maybe go to the gym and beat like a beating bag instead. Or instead of being sad about your ex ignoring you and engaging in self-harm, you instead use that pent-up energy, that pent-up sadness to go to a therapist or someone and just talk to them and let out your emotions in that more mature and healthy way. Because here's the thing, emotions that will arise when your ex ignores you, be that grief, anger, sadness, frustration, anxiety, they are fleeting because emotions are fundamentally fleeting. They will pass in time. So all you really have to do is ride these emotional waves well, and by well I mean in a healthy and mature and like functioning way. Another way to think about a concept is you can't really control your emotions, however you always control how you respond to your emotions. Tip number 3 I'm gonna give you is to abandon all control. Meaning, just admit, hey, I can't control my ex, I can't control how they perceive me, I can't control whether they will respond or not to my message, I can control whether they will block or unblock me or whatever. So what else do I have left? Well, focusing on things that I can control. These are things like your goals, your habits, your emotions, or at least your responses to your emotions, as we said in the earlier tip. So you should always hone in on those things and just stop obsessing about things that are out of your control, because it's only going to produce unnecessary stress and unnecessary pain. You're gonna come off as less attractive if you're gonna focus on those things, and believe me, your tendency to focus on them will be noticeable when you're interacting, when you will be, or if you will be interacting with your ex anytime down the line. The fourth tip I want to share with you when your ex is ignoring you, what to do to get him to stop ignoring you. Just stop overthinking and overanalyzing the whole thing. Now, there are a bunch of ways you can do this. There's meditation, there's journaling, there's qigong, yoga, you can go to therapy, you can practice gratitude. There's 1,001 different modalities and ways and techniques and tools you can leverage to get in the mindset where you just ain't thinking about your ex all the damn time. And that's essentially what you should do. That's where you wanna be. Because you will, by being less responsive and less emotional and less panicky, by applying all of these tips that I went through till now, well, you're just gonna be way calmer, way more confident. And that's just attractive as hell. And you will greatly increase your odds of getting back with your ex if you apply everything that I said in this video. It's really that simple. Now, the final tip, or kind of the final thought I want to leave you with, is that if your ex keeps ignoring you for like a hell of a long time, well, you should really consider just moving on and finding someone else, because there's a good chance that they just have enough of your BS and they want you out of the picture for good, and they probably will not change their mind about it. And even if they do, it's not like they will just take you back just like that. So I know this isn't what you want to hear, but always keep the prospect of moving on for good and finding someone new at the back of your mind. It's a very healthy way of going about reattraction. It's essentially the mindset of win-win. Whether you get back with your ex and you rekindle things, it's a win. Hopefully it works out this time. But if you don't rekindle things, there's just like a big chance that sooner or later you will find someone even more compatible, even better than your ex, and you'll cultivate a great relationship with that person. So it's a win-win either way, no matter what happens. That's it for this video. If you want to go deeper into getting an ex back, I urge you download my reattraction cheat sheet, link in the description below. And I'll see you later. Take care.